Welcome everybody to another Thursday Thrift Rescue. If you're new here, welcome. I actually did a little bit of advertising and followed some people and went and watched some other people. So hopefully we'll get a good response today. I am sorry that I'm late. I have like two cords because the GoPro doesn't have the same connector as into my Mac. So I have to like use another cord to go and switch. And apparently, even though they're pretty much the same, it does matter what order they go in. So I was going crazy trying to get my GoPro to work. I could have done it through my webcam, but the quality I just didn't think was going to be there. On that note, let's get into it. I didn't actually get to go to Red, White, and Blue this week. I was actually coming from a completely different way of the city, and I've been working, which has been, I've got nursing stories. Some of them are pretty ridiculous. I did go back to my old workplace at East End, and I got to work with a nurse who was 2 weeks back from their own their own leave of absence due to the job deteriorating their mental health, where I'm like, cool. Glad you guys are still doing it to nurses here. Glad that, at this point in time, whenever you look at the category of people who've been destroyed by it, you're like, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's a man or a woman or how old you are or anything else. It's happening to everybody. And that is, of course, followed by my manager, who is the group FA and also runs the Elizabeth Clinic, and that I am under as my PRN. She got another job with essentially a different part of the company, but like a completely different part. So she will be leaving, so I will be looking for a new manager, and a lot. So very stressful week, but I did end up coming back from Elizabeth on Wednesday, and I got to stop at a Goodwill, and it's actually a really good Goodwill, because it has a really easy drop-off section, which comparatively to the other thrift stores around here makes it much nicer. I also almost got a display case, except it was a little bit broken and it didn't have a key and I don't have a place to put it, but it was gorgeous. I got a little bit from there, and then I was surprised that I had friends who I hadn't seen in like 2 weeks. They went, I think, to North Carolina? I don't know. They went to a place and they visited family for the 4th of July weekend, and they actually found some thrifted glassware that they gave to me, some of which I'm going to make candles for them, and then 2 pieces just for me. On that note, let's get started. I'll start with the books first, and we'll do the glass second. And sadly, I have no jewelry. There wasn't any jewelry there. So no jewelry this week. The first one is That Your Final Answer? So it's another trivia book. This one's a little bit easier than the one that I got last week. I was testing it out last night, whenever I had movie night. Although some of the questions are like extremely easy and some of them aren't. Like every coin except the penny, the faces to the left or the right. Like that's a really hard one. But one of them was literally like, what is the animal symbol for the astrological sign of a Taurus? And of course it's a bull. So it was hard because I had to go through and try and skip some of the easier ones, but then I was only giving them the difficult ones. And then they were like, hey, we don't feel so smart. But I liked it. The only thing that I don't like at all, and what I liked about the other book so much better, was that you had your question, and then on the back of the page, it had the explanation of the answer and why it was there. But this book, it just lists all of the answers in the very back, and it doesn't give you any more explanations. So it was a little disappointing, but I think I paid like $1.99 for it, so I'm okay about it. And it's definitely fun. I have a lot of friends who like trivia. I think that it makes them feel smart, or I don't know. It's just fun answering it. The other one that I got was a Beautiful Mess photo idea book, and I don't know why. I find it a lot more ethical to steal ideas from a book that is literally like, hey, we're giving you those ideas to go and replicate. Although I also feel like it's one of those things where, like, on Instagram and stuff, like, this photo right here with the leaf on it, it's like, okay, who originally created that? And if I go and I recreate that photo, will I get accused of recreating and stealing someone's art? I don't know. So I got this as a reference source and something that I can steal from and feel completely okay with, because that's the entire point of the book, is to just give you ideas. So I looked at some of them. I'll be mimicking some of the different photos. Let me go and see. But they have quite a few different ones and different ideas, like on the go and stuff like that. So I'll take a look at that, and hopefully that'll help me figure out my Instagram schedule, because I really should be posting at least like 2 to 3 times a week, and right now I'm posting once every 2 weeks. I was good for like a good second though, so I was impressed for all of the 5 seconds that I was doing it every day. That is kind of everything that I have for the non-glass, but I'm going to show you some other stuff real quick. My friends, we went to a like a mystery night where you got sent characters and you had to like bring certain things, and she was like a waitress, so she was supposed to bring like a tray to serve things on, and she bought this little tray for the event, which is really cute. It was only $3.99 too, but she ended up not needing it, or she didn't need it after the event, so she ended up just giving it to me, which I like, and I actually think I would use to go and put candles in. This would be something like so perfect to like be displayed like in a store of my stuff, to be like, here, we'll just go and put like 5 candles on here, and then you'll have like extra inventory in the back, and then see if they sell. So I don't know if that's what I'm gonna do, or if I'm just gonna use it to go and take photos. But I do think this could be like a really pretty display piece. I also like that it has the Greek keys going along the outside. Yeah, and it's actually in really good condition. I mean, it is old and clearly vintage chic, but it held up really well, so I was excited about that guy. I have been literally going through books. I went one of, what was it? Rockwell right now was a giant one, and all of their different designs. I had the idea, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do it or not, because honestly, it's just been very therapeutic, because I've been so incredibly drained at work. And trying to get my business stuff together just stresses me out beyond belief, to the point in time where like half the time I'm like, oh, I can't even go look into Instagram, or I don't even want to check my email. I don't want to think about anything business related, because it's a lot and intimidating, and figuring out how to do things and pivoting, oh my. But this made me happy. So I went with the dopamine, and I cut out quite a few little photos. What I'm thinking of doing, oh my god, look at how darling this one is. It's so cute. But what I think I'm gonna do possibly is do like a little like mystery envelope opportunity, where I will essentially send you little tiny like pictures that I have cut out from like books or magazines, because sometimes magazines are nice, although the quality of paper just isn't there. Yeah, and then you would just get a mystery of what little pictures, and if that doesn't work out, I'm just gonna enjoy them, because I find them very inspiring, and I think it could be really fun, especially because as I try and I enjoyed the few times that I took photos of my candles and trying to figure out how to stage them, which has just been fun, learning something different and new skills. So I did a whole lot of that, although what I'm currently working on now is this entire stack of ones that are wooden carvings. So this is a good example, although they are in order because I don't know how I feel about it because I just want to cut them out. But the way that this book has it is that on the back, it's not the information for the photo, it's for the information for the next photo. So it doesn't actually have the names that you need it for. But if you see this is kind of like an idea of what some of the carvings look like. I just find it very interesting, just because a lot of these are from like the 1490s to 1560. Jean Cousin the Elder, it looks like, if I'm reading this right, if it's still in order. I might be wrong about that, but if it's still in order, then yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. That seemed a little bit too much, and honestly, I was kind of like, okay, that seems stressful, and I kind of just want to drink and cut things out with paper. Although I may end up actually getting a much better cutter, because my cutter is like a cheap one, which isn't bad, except like I want a more like, I want a nice one. I really, really do. I have seen a couple at Goodwill, so I may have to wait and try and thrift it, although it's always so tempting to just go onto Amazon and be like, boop, 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 boop. Because I mean, it's just a tool, and I don't have to thrift everything. And I mean, I definitely remind myself that I'm not going to be able to thrift every single possible thing, but I should still try. The only other things that I have back here, I ended up making bags to go and put the candles in. I took a white sheet, and I should have washed it again because it was way too wrinkly, and then I ironed it a little bit, and then I used like a template to like rough cut out, although I have to tell you, it did not go well whatsoever. Whenever I tell you that they were rough cuts, they were rough cuts. And then I had to sew the tops of these, and then I folded them in half, and I cut the parts that did not line up so that they were beautifully done. And I cut and strung all of the ribbons on them. I'll bring this one out for a little bit. So it has a cute little pink ribbon right there, and if you can see, it's currently inside out because all I have to do is sew this end, and then I will sew this so that it is now a although I wonder if I could tie these. The only thing with tying though is that I don't know, I don't feel like tying is as secure as sewing it together. So I do think that I'm probably going to sew it, but we'll see how that fabric actually does, because with this, I don't know. I do wonder if I could just do fabric glue, but I'm just scared that like it wouldn't hold up, and then this would break, and then the entire candle would drop and shatter. So we'll see, but this took forever. It looks like it's not that much, but it took forever. And I still have more to go and do with all of that. And I ended up actually having to put on, I have this like little like back brace, because my back was killing me after sitting here and sewing and sewing and sewing. And it also really made me want noise canceling headphones, because it is really hard to go and listen to anything whenever you're actually sewing. But it has helped me listen to a little bit more music, so we'll go with that. The next thing that I got, and I don't know how I feel about it, is that I spent a ridiculous amount of money for shipping. It was like $50. Which is insane, from Uline to get boxes sent to me so that I would be able to actually ship out candles, because I haven't really I was trying to do things in person, and I was trying to have like some of the background stuff going, but it's getting to a point in time where like I need to actually kind of start selling, and I want to make sure that I have everything ready. And I mean, right now I have like a lot of individual random pieces that just need brought together. Which isn't bad, actually. I actually like that I have a lot of like pieces that whenever I'm like really going to like commit to it, I don't know, it just needs like woven together, if that makes any sense. But I have a lot of like the small pieces done. I did get 3 different sizes of the boxes, so hopefully that'll give me a little bit more variety. And this lovely thing was actually from, I did not know about the flat rate boxes from the USPS. I had a friend just recommend me Uline and everything else, but if that would be easier, that might work. I don't know. I still haven't actually sold anything online, but I might need to look into that. This is just a metal tray. It was really cute and really cheap, and I could not believe that this was like $2.50. And this is actually hand wrought and hammered. It looks like it was made by Rodney Kent. So I thought that it was really cool that this is like a handmade crafted item. It looks like it is held up really well. Not like it needs cleaned for sure, but it's not like rusted anywhere and nothing's broken, and it's still in incredibly good shape. I don't know if I would use this to display candles or what. I just saw it and I was like, that is gorgeous, and I will find something to go and do with it. It would even be cute, like if you wanted to like actually serve food on it. It wouldn't be that bad. Like if you could just imagine like a little like tea party with like sandwiches or something, or even like a little vegetable spread. I don't know. I just got it. There is a moment where I do wonder if I am going to be found like underneath my pile of hoarded stuff. And that's why I remind myself that I do have to sell things, or else I will literally be consumed by the pile of everything. The saga of making new shelves still continues, and I just want more shelves every single day. But at this point in time, I've just started putting glass items inside of other glass items and like Russian dolling it to go and work with the shelves that I currently have. But I also now see my shelves and I'm like, this doesn't seem stable. And if it all breaks, it's all just going to be a mess. Although if the shelves like do come down in my room, I may just never walk in this room again. I think that's very reasonable, right? All right, we're now finally onto the glass. Let me show you the pieces that I got, and then I'll show you the pieces that were brought to me. So this first one is a darling little mug, and it's going to be incredibly hard to see the pattern. I bet you it is. Let me see if I can do swan. No, it's not going to let me right now. I was having so many issues with my video capturing devices, but it has a really subtle white pattern on it, and it actually, it's Crown Victoria, made in Japan, and it is a Lovelace pattern, which I just thought was really nice. The other thing that's nice is you can see this silver trim on it. It can be, I like the look of that silver trim, but a lot of the times that silver trim breaks down really fast. But this actually seemed like it was pretty intact. And this was only $1, so it was adorable, and I got 2 of them. The only other thing that I'll wait for that one. The next thing that I got is a couple years back we had a nasty earthquake. I had a ton of fancy glass. Oh, on top of your kitchen cabinets, lost every single one of them and threw it. Oh my God, that is a terrible day. Oh my God. That's terrible. That seems like a horror story of it's like I was just in my kitchen and then the entire ceiling like came down with water and destroyed everything. That's the level that day sounds like. Oh, I feel bad for you. But on the plus side, you get to collect more if you did collect more. It's always good. I always get excited whenever I get new space anywhere in the house. Moving back on to what I ended up finding, I actually found a series of these. So I actually got taller ones and then these. So I think I got 4 of the short ones and 4 of the tall ones. And this is actually Independence glass, and it's panel glass in avocado, and it's a little octagonal water goblet in avocado, which was, oh yeah, ground level. Oh, I have to say that I have not done this yet because I do like to vacuum under my bed because I have a cat and the cat likes to sometimes sleep under the bed. But I was like, the underneath of a bed is just like a giant shelf for glass, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't done it yet though. I have considered. Yeah, so I got these guys. That was cute. Following on to this next one, this is the last piece that I ended up getting. It's this cute little light ceramic creamer. Although what I find interesting is that with it being ceramic, on the bottom it actually says that it is oven, microwave, and dishwasher safe. And it was made in Japan. Now this is branded with the Mikasa company, who acquired a bunch of other companies, and I find it interesting just like how many things are branded, but then sometimes you like find like the sub one of like the company that it actually kind of was, and that they just like rebranded it with their names. But why I saved this one for last is that one of the things my friends brought to me was this, which is a Mikasa crystal 5-inch fruit salad bowl with raised frosted leaves in the Carmen pattern. But if you can see that it says Mikasa, and now this actually comes from West Germany. So same company acquired different companies. I was reading a little bit about this one, but I was like, it's not that interesting, so I didn't write it down. But one from Japan, one from West Germany. I just find it interesting, and then ended up this one I think in North Carolina and this one in Pittsburgh. So it's interesting of the little travel that they did. Although this one is actually the bowl that my friend wants me to turn into a candle. So I'm turning these two into a candle. And then she had one other that she wanted to have turned into a candle. Yeah, Thrift Rescue. Oh, gemstones? I am Thrift Rescue. I don't know. This was the other piece that they got, and at first I actually thought that, I do jewelry sometimes. I just didn't do jewelry because I didn't go to the thrift store that has jewelry because I've been working and I was across town. But yeah, I will also say that, I do make the little necklaces that so far are doing well. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they would have gemstones. Finishing up with this one. Oh, marmalade jars. I will have to keep that in mind. I definitely will. Huh. That's a really good resale value. I'll keep that in mind. I have been curious because I use the Google search from picture on my phone constantly to identify glass. I find it to be the easiest way. And I have seen people at like the thrift stores going and doing it with books where they like put in every title and like see what it's currently selling for. And I have considered starting to do that. Just to kind of get an idea, because it is hard, although it is literally like a real life price check where I was seeing all of these like little books about like depression era glass. This is your pocketbook, will give you an idea of the value. And I'm like, actually my phone and Etsy/eBay is probably more accurate a little bit. I don't know at this point in time. I don't know. Although this one I was really scared was actually one of the Avon glasses, because Avon made a very, very similar style to this. Although I did look and the diamond cut is different, so it's not Avon. Not that it matters, because I do love Avon. They had such adorable things, and I don't know why people hate on it. And I wonder if some of like the later MLMs and other things made people like go back and gave Avon a little bit of hate that it didn't deserve, because I liked my Avon stuff. And like the person that I knew who sold Avon, I think that it was a way for like us to like keep in contact, which was actually kind of funny that like we always like made the trip up to Hershey, PA whenever our Avon order came in, and we ordered everything, and it was a fun time. Anyways, this is Indiana glass, and it's just a diamond point glass bowl, but it is not Avon, which is nice. And then last, but certainly not, oh my God. I love Pampered Chef stuff. I will say that there is quite a few. Like I always see Pampered Chef stuff at the Red, White, and Blue that I go to. Although it's always like the most very, very like specific tools that I'm like, I don't. If you don't routinely make that, I don't know if you'd ever need them. But Pampered Chef does have some good stuff. This is a giant fruit bowl. At least that's what they're calling it. I did look it up. This is, oh my lord, it is Jeanette glass, which is nice. So that is from like the PA. And they are claiming that it's an Amberina, although whenever I was looking up the Amberina, everything that I was seeing was that the red is actually supposed to be on top, not on the bottom. So I don't understand why they were classifying this as it. And like, it comes from like an old technique of this guy that had like gold in the glass, and then he would like reheat it and it would cause that effect. But I don't know why they were calling it that. But it is also, and this is I double checked this from a couple of places and that it was an actual pattern that Jeanette Company had, but they call it the Lombardi pattern. So it has some like flowers on it, and I mean, just, it's not a ton of stuff. And it is a footed bowl, but that's the pattern. So I was looking it up because I was like, why did they choose to go and call that? And am I missing something? But so I looked up what Lombardi actually was. And according to Google, first search we'll go with is it's a surname that someone who comes from the Lombardia region of northern Italy, which got its name from the Lombards, a Germanic tribe who invaded in the 6th century. I did not know that. It is kind of like mountains, but I thought that that was just interesting that they chose Lombardi as the pattern design that is then referencing people like having a surname from northern Italy that got it from the Germanic tribes who invaded it in the 6th century. So Lombardi that is very Italian, but actually has roots in a Germanic tribe. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I really liked it, and that's all that I have. I'll stick around and hang out and talk if anybody's interested. Lord, I normally just end the chat whenever I run out of things, and then I immediately just like run and have a beer, and then just like lay in a quiet, calm room. Actually, that sounds pretty good right now. So I am going to end this little stream for today. Thank you guys for stopping by. This was super amazing. I can't believe how much interaction I've had in the chat. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.